So big news for South African politics. Julius Malema was sentenced moments ago. He basically gets a bunch of sentences, 5 years, 2 years, a few 6 months or fines that need to be paid, but they're incongruent.
I'm upset. And I think there are many people who are upset in the way that I'm upset, which is that we're upset because black people just lost one. And in terms of the battle for our true emancipation as human beings also. And that we're fighting forces that are constantly.
Hello guys, how are you all doing today? So let's talk about Julius Malema. To be honest, Julius Malema case is same like Nnamdi Kanu case. I remember last year when Nnamdi Kanu, is it this year or last year? I'm sure last year, when Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced. To be honest, a lot of people were expecting Nigeria to protest. But even though later on some people came out to protest, but you see what is actually happening to Julius Malema. The fact is the people, the South Africans don't even like this man. According to South Africans, they are so upset that this man keeps supporting Nigerians, keeps supporting foreigners in South Africa. According to the black South Africans, they say this man loves foreigners more than he loves South Africa. So there is no way they are going to allow him to become president. A lot of them were even happy for the fact that he was sentenced 5 years in prison. Guys, if you're new on my channel, you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comment. Why others were happy, some of them were out there protesting. Anyway guys, I want you to take a look and watch this video. Do let me know what you think in the comment section.
What this actually means, what it boils down to, is he's got a 5-year sentence. But more importantly, what this means is he cannot be a member of parliament, because the rules stipulate that anyone convicted for a 12 months or more sentence loses their qualification to be a member of parliament, an MP, and thus loses the ability to ever become president. He can appeal this, but in the event that the appeal is not successful, Julius Malema and the EFF are dead in the water. So, big South African political upsets. What do you guys think?
Like ripping us. I'm upset because AfriForum won. Okay? I'm upset because we are able to tolerate voter person, but this man is going to find himself in a prison. But I'm upset at him for not having the wisdom to understand that the game is bigger than you. You see, when you get to my age, you stop being woke. You stop being woke because you realize that true progressive fight, a true progressive fight, plays the game that was here before you were here. Just because you are politically conscious doesn't mean you know the game. The game is bigger. The game is bigger than us, and those who get it. China got it. Singapore got it. It is a brutal game that we're trying to play here. And it is not about us and the 1652 contingent only. It is about us in a political, global political system. Today, these are your enemies. Tomorrow, those are your friends. So the game is bigger than you. And I always try to say this to any young black person that I come across, and I am in the domain of young black people. I tell them, you must hear this from me as a black person who was also young like you. So that when you get to my age, like I was told, I am telling you, so when you get to my age, the switches on. When you become a grown-up responsible for things, movements, institutions, whole levers of power, you are now in the game. You are not bigger than the game. You're not bigger than the game. And AfriForum knows this, but Nabo, they are too short-sighted, but it's fine. We need them to be short-sighted. What's going to happen is, if this man goes to jail, he's going to come back with a hard concept of the game. And I pray for all of us that he still has that black love inside that burns in with his rage. Because once he completely shifts to the game, if you're a grown-up, you know what I mean by the game. If you've ever had to run anything, you've had to manage people. You've had to hold power. You've had to change things. You've had to strong arm human beings. You've had to say no, and your authority is a final authority. If you've ever been in that kind of situation, you know what the game is. It has nothing to do with people's feelings. All this woke, that's why I feel wokeness and woke bantwana bangoku. Because this world, they are waiting, it doesn't care. What we're seeing in our leader here is we are seeing only a smidgen, and I think we know it, only a smidgen of what the bigger game that's being played in this country is. Remember the way these people are going after us, the way they are going after anything good in this country. Remember when I see this ring-catification of little groups of black people, either in the name sometimes of like Khoisan, abusing Khoisan ancestry, to divide in the most malicious way, to create extreme division. The new, very financed groups that are anti-immigrant. And I'm not defending Nigerian drug dealers, I cannot defend Nigerian drug dealers. And Futi, I always say, call me to parliament. I'll tell you how I hire South Africans consistently every time and what I do. Because I'm not cutting mina sokuthi angikhohlwa mina ukuthi umsebenzi wami. But when I see groups of black people being financed to march militantly against other black people, and you see, you're not even marching against the actual drug dealers. I know what that game is, Mina. I know what that game is. And I can see it. When every little political small party that comes up is going to be financed, I know what that game is. And it's so we're gonna have to, as black people, learn that the game is bigger than us. It doesn't even care that when you are black conscious. Doesn't care. The game isn't there for you. So this is what is making me angry with him as a person. Because no amount of black anger is going to win the game. If your black anger is there, you're going to have to institutionalize your response to what it is you want to fix. I'm sorry. It doesn't work any other way. The game is bigger than you. Just because we woke up and the game was being played and we thought we could change the rules, you don't change the rules of this game.
To be honest, with Julius Malema, I don't even know. This man was sentenced by a white woman. White Afrikaners. To be honest, I don't know why black South Africans will be happy that this man is being sentenced just because he shot a gun in the air. That's all. He never killed anybody. Why would this man be arrested, be sentenced 5 years imprisonment? And so people are happy. What are you happy about? If there is any person that is always fighting for inequality in South Africa, it's Julius Malema. The reason why these white people don't like Julius Malema is because Julius Malema is the only one that is always challenging them. Imagine this man has that courage to challenge it, because this man wants inequality between the white and the black. He doesn't want the black to feel supremacy over the black people in their own country. This is what this man has been fighting for. So seeing this man being arrested and some people were celebrating, guys, actually hurt my heart so much. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comments. Let me know what you think in the comment section. See you guys.